Today's review is on a series finale of Two and a Half Men that aired last Thursday titled, Of Course He's Dead. At the beginning, it flashes back to showing what happened 4 years ago when everyone thought Charlie was dead and they had his funeral and etc. etc. In the present, Rose comes downstairs in the dungeon with some tuna and vodka, giving it to someone in a well. Rose also pulls out a bowling shirt that looks the exact same one Charlie always wore. It looks like Charlie is still alive. Back at the beach house, Alan finds out Charlie received $2.5 million since his death from some musical company or whatever that Alan found in mail. Alan plans on getting the money, but he needs to bring Charlie's death certificate to prove that he's deceased so he can get the money. Alan does not have Charlie's death certificate, so he figures their mother, Evelyn, has it. Alan goes to his mother's house acting like he hasn't seen her in a while. Alan mentions to Evelyn that Charlie's 4th death anniversary is coming up because Alan would like to make a special memorial collage in honor of Charlie's memory, with him mentioning the death certificate. Apparently Evelyn does not have it. Then Alan says, "Bye." And he pipped on out of the house like, "Thanks for nothing, Mom." He had me rolling. Later that night at the beach house, Walden looks for Charlie's death certificate on the internet, but no sign of it, leading Walden feeling curious and suspicious if Charlie is really dead or not. He asks Alan if Charlie is really dead. Did he happen to see the body? Alan said there was no body. The man was ran over by a train. All that was left was a chunk of smoothies and some missing teeth. Oh, man. Next, Rose goes down to the dungeon and Charlie escapes. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Or like in the Two and a Half Men style, men 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 men. Alan received a death threat that was possibly from Charlie saying Alan will pay. Everybody joking, saying, "That's crazy, you don't pay," which is true. Alan is so cheap. There was also cigars, alcohol beverages, and a knife that Charlie used chasing Alan around, shipped to the house. Alan warns Walden about the death threat he received. Evelyn shows up in Walden's room and she thinks Alan sent her a message saying she's the worst mother. Walden suggests Alan should tell his mother the truth, even though he doesn't want to. Evelyn is very disappointed at Alan. He goes, "Well, what would you have done?" Then she pauses for a second, then changes the subject because she knew she would have done the same thing Alan did. She knew she would. Alan, Walden, and Evelyn go see Charlie's lesbian daughter, Jenny, telling her her father is possibly alive. Jenny receives some money with a note saying, "Sorry I wasn't always there." Two random lesbians come out of nowhere and kiss Jenny. She is definitely Charlie's daughter, like father, like daughter. Rose tells Alan, Walden, Evelyn, and Berta that Charlie is alive, and she tells the story after her and Charlie were married and went to Paris for their honeymoon. They saw the Eiffel Tower, nice romantic dinner. I guess Charlie was snorting some crack. One night at a hotel, Rose catches Charlie cheating on her, having sex with another woman. There was a mime in the bed. I don't know why. I don't think Charlie had sex with the mime, but he was just there in a random goat in bed. What in the... Rose is hurt. She cries while running away. Charlie goes after her, along with the bisexual goat. I heard the goat saying, "Charlie!" Rose is so mad at Charlie, she then notices a train coming. She has this evil look on her face where she typically wanted revenge. So she pushed Charlie for him to be killed. "No, Charlie!" But out of nowhere, Billy the goat saves Charlie by pushing him out of the way, and the goat was the one that ended up killed and turned to ashes, not Charlie. Yay, Charlie is saved. I bet that goat was like, "No, Charlie, take me instead. I'll do anything for Charlie. It's the least I could do after getting some great sex." With that plan backfiring, Rose decides to kidnap Charlie, taking him to a dungeon underneath a house she bought in Sherman Oaks. Rose took care of him, fed him, bathed him, and had great sex together. One dark, stormy night, Charlie used his bowling shirts as a rope to finally escape. Out of nowhere, Porky Pig shows up in bra and panties saying his classic catchphrase, "It be, that's all, folks." What in the world? First of all, why didn't Rose just go on and kidnap Charlie in the first place? She could have grabbed him out of the bed, kicked him in the shins, put him in the bag, used a rope to tie it to the bag so he doesn't escape, then take him back to America instead of trying to get revenge by killing him. I mean, Rose is cute, but her in this episode was not cute, and she took stalker psychopaths like herself to another level. I mean, Rose makes Sierra from the Total Drama series and Lola Bunny from the Looney Tunes show look innocent for real. Second, what was with the mime and especially the bisexual goat? Charlie loved women. It was all about women 24/7 with Charlie. He loves women like cakes, cookies, pies, and other sweet, delicious desserts. He would never have sex with a freaking goat. I don't see how anybody could actually have sex with a goat or animals in general. That's nothing but bestiality out the ass. That's not right, having sex with animals. Seriously? Now Charlie's trying to get revenge on everyone by sending death threats, coming to kill Evelyn, Alan, and Walden. Even Walden was wondering why Charlie was after him. Like, he doesn't personally know him. Rose apparently told Charlie all about Walden. Rose mentioning to Charlie that Walden's richer, more good looking than him, and I guess that pissed Charlie off. I can understand going after his mother since she was evil towards her own sons, but she was funny. She was so evilly sarcastic. But why kill Alan? Besides, that's his brother. Oh wait, because Alan's still living in the house with Walden? Hey, he may be a chiropractor, but he ain't making that much money, so cut him some slack. Sure, Charlie would be a dick sometimes towards Alan and others, but he wouldn't kill anyone. They made him out to be like some psychopath killer, more dangerous than Rose. Walden and Alan go down to the police station. Arnold Schwarzenegger played the cop that would help find Charlie. They would pretty much make fun of the show itself from seasons 1 to 12, also bashing Charlie Sheen a whole bunch of times. My goodness, oh boy. It was pretty funny making fun of the show itself. Like when the cop asked, was Jake always slow in the head? Alan said at first he wasn't like that, but later they did it to make it more funny. Yeah, it definitely did work out. Then they made fun of Charlie due to his show Anger Management show ending 2 months before the 2.5 Men final episode. When the cop asked, did he ever go to anger management? Alan said he did, but it didn't work out. And I like when the cop asked Alan and Walden, so you guys aren't gay? Walden's like, I'm not. Like, I don't know about Alan. He sure acts like it. Walden and Alan return home. Out of nowhere, they see 2 poster boards of themselves with targets on them and X's in their eyes like they're deceased. Then out of nowhere, Jake returns. Yes, it's Jake. I was wondering if Jake would return. Jake has the long hair and beard. He looks like a Jesus stoner. Reminds me of what Walden looked like at the beginning of season 11. Jake now lives in Japan with a wife and kids. He thought he already told Alan, but of course he did not. Jake don't never tell Alan anything. Then they get a call from the cop letting them know they have Charlie. But it's the wrong guy. They got Christian Slater in Charlie's clothes. As the last episode is coming to a close, Berta, Alan, and Walden sit on the balcony wondering what Charlie will do after he's released from jail. Walden hopes him and Charlie will be good friends. Berta and Alan looks at him like, are you serious? All 3 of them laugh like, yeah, right. A helicopter is coming towards the house with a piano that looks just like the one Charlie used to play. Walden thinks if maybe the cops got the wrong guy. All 3 of them denied it. Nah. Finally, what we've all been waiting for. Charlie shows up at the door, rings the doorbell, but his face is not shown. Why? Apparently, it was not Charlie Sheen, and it was just some stunt double. All of a sudden, A piano lands on Charlie that actually kills him. The audience was just laughing their butts off. Really? Then it shows the creator of Two and a Half Men and The Big Bang Theory, etc., Chuck Lorre, sitting in a chair going, winning. Then a piano falls on him too, and the episode goes off. Its last words were, men, men, men. For days up until now, I kept thinking about the episode, just asking myself, what the crud was that? What the crud just happened? I want to do over. Is there an alternate ending? Overall, the series finale was okay. It could have been better. Also, where was Lewis, Walden and Alan's adopted son? He wasn't in the last episode. I wish Charlie Sheen was in the last episode with Angus T. Jones. I'm glad he returned despite Angus T. Jones leaving the show for college, and he said Two and a Half Men was nothing but filth, telling viewers not to watch the show anymore. He was like, hey, if you still watch Two and a Half Men, don't watch it anymore. It's not good anymore. I guess he liked the content better when Charlie Sheen was on the show. Charlie Sheen was supposed to be in the finale too, but he turned it down because he still would have been hit by a piano. Apparently, Charlie Sheen was going to ring the doorbell, say something about drugs, saying he's an American ninja warrior, and the piano falls on him. I guess Chuck Lorre still would have said winning, and the piano still would have fell on him too. Mr. Lorre thought it was funny. Charlie did not. Charlie was hoping for a heartwarming episode leading up to a spinoff called The Harpers with John Cryer. Mr. Lorre thought it was funny too. I mean, can you blame Charlie not returning? I mean, who the hell wants to be on there for like 10 seconds talking about drugs, being an American ninja warrior, followed by a piano falling on your head? Sounds like Chuck Lorre still has a grudge against Charlie due to what happened 4 years ago, back in 2011. Charlie saying things about Chuck Lorre saying he's a loser, etc. on the radio show TMZ, along with his so-called crazy behavior during interviews for TV networks. Sounds like Chuck Lorre is possibly such a 62-year-old egotistic man-child jerk who just can't let it go. Just bashing Charlie, so he figured he finally get revenge for Charlie hurting him. If so, Chuck Lorre, like Stan from American Dad once said, you are one crooked, naive SOB. You need to let it go. It is not 2011 anymore. I bet if Charlie saw the finale episode, I can imagine Charlie saying, you bastard. Lifts a beer bottle up and says, cheers to the final episode ending. At least Charlie was the bigger man. His idea for the last episode was great. But here's Chuck Lorre. No, you hurt me, Charlie. The best way for me to feel better is to kill you off, even though you're one of the main characters. Chuck Lorre, get it together. Charlie has suffered enough. Just let the guy live and cut him some slack. Charlie Sheen, don't let that man get to you. Anyways, tell me your thoughts on the final episode if you've seen it. Good luck to John Cryer and the rest of the Two and a Half Men cast. Congrats to Ashton Kutcher for not just knocking up Mila Kunis, but congrats to both for bringing in a baby girl in the world. Their daughter, Wyatt Isabel Kutcher. She's adorable. It's so funny how they're a couple now after seeing them as a couple on that 70s show as Kelso and Jackie. Anyways, that's it. Later.